Hold up. Hey, big money, overweight. Big pop, overweight. Bad bitch, suck on my dick. Body.
What is good, you guys, and welcome to the big game. Ooh, the big game. I had to get some drinks in for the big game. It's a nice drop. I'm not gonna lie. Right, so what we got? We got Wales versus England at Twickenham. Yes. Let me just get comfortable. Give us the win. Come on. Right. Are we ready? I think we are. I think we're ready. So let's turn up the volume and let's see what's cracking.
England in Rome, Wales in Cardiff against Scotland, and England have been on red alert all week.
Wales.
Wales talking all week about the thrill of playing at Twickenham, the anticipation of beating England here. They're not intimidated, no fear, no scar tissue. Almost half the team about to enjoy playing for Wales at Twickenham for the first time. We're about to see exactly what this fixture means. The Royal Air Force Spitfires Choir and the band of the Scots Guard.
Come on, lads! Come on! I mean, the choir was out of tune with the squad, like, but you know, it's all good. That kind of messed me up a bit. I'm gonna allow it. I'll allow it.
The middle match of the second weekend of the Natwest Six Nations, England and Wales next.
Bloody advert, is it? I tell you what, that's the one thing I hate about some of these games, because they're on different channels now, and one of them has adverts. Go on, Wales!
Isn't it England and Wales? They don't come any bigger, really. Big game for Wales. A lot of players here haven't even played in Twickenham. Massive occasion. They'd be looking forward to it against a world-class England team. Looking forward to this game.
Yeah, now it's get serious for England. They were impressive in their outing in Rome, but they know that the opposition is of a much higher standard. England bidding for a third consecutive title in the Six Nations.
No, we're stopping them. We're stopping them. Game on, yes.
As suggested, light rain around southwest London about now. It's been wet since lunchtime. Bit of a breeze as well. Wales won the toss and decided to play into it in the first half. And Reece Patchell picking out first up Anthony Watson, and that ball's been spilled. And
yes, go on, lads.
Davis can get Wales on the front foot immediately. Moriarty spins it out to Patchell, and straight away Josh Adams.
Go on, lads.
Against Scotland a week ago, getting his hands on the ball right from the off here. And what a start for Wales, straight from the kick-off, and they have the immediate penalty. Yeah, I think it just shows how difficult the conditions have been. Although it stopped raining, very, very greasy, and we saw there the mistake for Anthony Watson. Probably went a little bit too high into contact here.
Yeah, you can't do that against Wales. You can't do that. We did love a little rip.
You've got to treasure that ball in these conditions.
We did love swiping that ball out of your hands, lads.
No arms tackle from Dylan Hartley. Referee said advantage was over, but Wales will have the first opportunity. But difficult conditions, Shane.
Yeah, difficult conditions, but that's the Welsh mentality. When there's a turnover, they always say get 2 passes away, get the ball away from the contact area, spread the ball to Josh Adams, and head on head. There's a big old head as well to take in the first couple of seconds of a game.
It's actually a head injury assessment that has caused this break. So Dylan Hartley will leave us for a few minutes, and Jamie George, Warren Gatland's first choice hooker during the Lions summer, continuing to be.
Let's have a look, see how the scrums measure up.
Straight into this scrum. There's England knock on in the middle of all that. So Wales with the earliest of attacking scrums. Two teams who unusually practice together away from prying eyes in Bristol in November.
No, I'm in control. You pick your scrum. Thank you.
They put down a dozen or so scrums back then.
Referees just told you English boys to shut
the way things went in the autumn.
I'm in charge. That's pretty much what you just said.
The way they scrummaged in their first Six Nations outing, Nick. Rob Evans.
England got a heavier pack.
Dan Cole on the tight head. Jamie George obviously on for Dylan Hartley now, and Mako Vunipola.
Nice scrum.
Davis to Patchell, and then Hadley Parks.
Come on, it's out. It's out. Nice little chip through. Go on, lad.
And Ford needing to be alert. Steph Evans. Launched. And again, the threat now on that left-hand side, Shane.
Yeah, and England just looking to push across there, give Wales the opportunity, just to kick a little bit too far by Anscombe. But Wales looking to play on the outside. England seem to be coming up very quickly, but then drift, which pushes them towards the touch lines. Good tactics by England, just poor execution of the kick by Anscombe.
It was a bit long, but you gotta love the ambition. Big kick.
England try to play some rugby inside Wales half.
Here come the lads, here come the lads.
Underneath. Here is George.
Watch your overlap, lads, watch your overlap.
Contact by Chris Robshaw, redrawn and revitalised his test career after the pain of the World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup.
To Wales, the defeat to Australia, reinvigorated now. And in the scrum half, Danny Kerr gets it going. And it's gone loose, and it's picked up by Farrell. And Hayes tearing after it.
That's a good kick. Fair play, England, that's a good kick.
Johnny May is a Six Nations try scorer. The gift, the chase, the try for England. Well, it's all about the thinking and the quick thinking of Owen Farrell.
I mean, I'll give it to him, I'll give it to him. That was a good kick. That was a good kick. That was a nice bit of play from England.
Mistakes from Reece Patchell, but look at this. It's George Ford, is it? Or it's Owen Farrell that thinks very quickly. Doesn't think about the pass. He knows where the space is. Puts a wonderful kick in. Look at that.
The Welsh player get a hand on
Excellent
it.
precision
Hang on, it was a little bit close.
Has a relatively easy run and just has to measure his down for the line. Yeah, he was able to time it perfectly.
He got it. He got it.
Communication by Farrell and me. See me on the left touchline just screaming for it, knowing that he's got the gas to get there. Great pace by me, and a good finish as well. Greasy conditions. He had to slide low under pressure by Adams.
So first strike goes to England, but we've been in this position before. We're not Italy, lads. We're not Italy. Come on, you idiot. Take the kick. And he misses.
Owen Farrell wasn't his most accurate on the kicking tee on a Sunday afternoon.
No, he wasn't.
In Rome, and he's missed the first one here, but 2 minutes and 22 seconds for England to score the first try. Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of the box kicking from both sides. Really difficult to regain the ball. You get that little tap back, and you see what's possible there. Wales just got a little bit narrow on there.
But it was good vision from England, I'll give them that.
Actual restart. Snackled by Joe Launchbury. For match in this fixture in Cardiff a year ago. And the scrum half, Danny Kerr. Played the bulk of the game in Rome after Ben Youngs went down with a knee injury. Youngs out now for the rest of the Six Nations. Wales scrum half, Gareth Davis. Offside, yeah, good call. One of a handful of Scarlets continuing to play today to get this back line buzzing. There's another capture.
Pass.
But England were offside, up just a little bit too quickly, and Wales will have the penalty.
Yeah, the penalty was there anyway, but you can see it's Greasy. I took 2 goals to pass that ball. You can see him as a regain, which puts Patchell under pressure. Again, good light speed by Ford and Farrell, but the penalty was coming.
Just often wonder, Shane, in these conditions, always found that you just need to shorten the passes a little bit. Everyone stands that little bit closer, particularly 10, 12.
Okay,
you can't be throwing those long passes.
Let's see where you're kicking,
you have to adjust the hands on the ball before you throw the next pass.
Yeah, and defensively as well, you know, in these conditions, you can come up a little bit quicker because the passing's not going to be as sleek by the opposition, and you can put them under pressure like Farrell and Ford did there.
No Dan Bigger today.
This will be a big kick.
No Reece Priestland. No bother for Reece Patchell in the 10 shirt last weekend, but now he has to try and replicate Lee Harpenny's kicking as well today. And this is from some distance, and it is against the breeze. 45 metres. What about this?
It's good. Oh, it's not. It's gone wide.
Not quite the direction.
Yeah, at the distance. Yeah, at the distance. Fair play, man.
The first choice kicker for his region, the Scarlets, and the others, Gareth Anscombe, the Cardiff Blues. So that's a challenge today for Wales. Shane?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course it is. I think losing Lee Harpenny was one of the most consistent penalty kickers in world rugby. There's always going to be a blow when you need a 3-pointer like that. But Patchelino knows the way towards the post. It would have been great for him there for his confidence to get that one over. However, it was 45 metres out. It was a big kick. I'm sure his confidence will grow as the game goes on.
This is Davis, members of the 2015 World Cup, and that winning try.
Nice.
Ben Young's shirt on his wall back home. Looking to make new memories today. Taken by Brown. Kerr, Harlequin's teammate. Forward to Farrell. This time passes to Joseph. Starting today ahead of Ben Teo. Teo amongst the replacements. To Ford again. This is Dan Cole. Get a hand on that.
Big boot.
The late change at fullback, Gareth Anscombe. Opposite number Brown.
Big high kick. Chase it, chase it. Ooh, unlucky lads. Good contest though.
Good
contest.
By Anthony Watson. couple of tries at the Stadio Olimpico last Sunday, and Launchbury now. Just enjoying a little bit of possession, a bit of ball time. This is Mako Vunipola. Laws.
Strong carry from Courtney Laws. That's exactly what he's in the team for, that extra yard. Owen Farrell spotting the space, putting it in behind.
And clearing kick, Steph Evans. And again, a couple of kicks, one that led to the try, and then that one from Owen Farrell, just upping the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, Owen Farrell, he's not kicking far, he's not kicking long, he's just an extra 15 metres, puts Stephen Evans and England under pressure. The angle for the kick for Stephen Evans was really, really tough. And now England are in a good position with the line out, 30 yards from the Welsh try line. A good positive start by England.
Very
George
good.
still on for Dylan Hartley.
Oh, he pinched it.
Assessment, but the line out's been won by Wales, and Navidi quickly to Patchell. Hadley Parks caught that nicely. England will have the throw.
I think Wales will be happy enough with that return. They've got men up in the air. And again, I think that'll be a pattern in the match, both sides. With the conditions, with the ball being slippy, it's important they get men up in the air and challenge aerially for that ball. England opting now for the five-man line-out. Trying to change things up here.
Unlucky
This
lads.
time, George does find Launchbury. Ford with Farrell leading the chase for that. Farrell gets there first, breaks through. Rob Shaw.
Welsh defence.
Farrell again, 2 Ford. Benefit of 2 regular fly halves standing next to each other. May not quite working as he looked for Launchbury. But that combination between Ford and Farrell that worked so well in Rome a week ago.
Yeah, it's very difficult to defend when you've got 2 kickers, 2 outside halves basically playing. Wales' defence, come up very quickly, which allows room behind the defensive line by Ford. When when Farrell's not kicking, we've got Ford who can put these nice little dinks in. It's a good call by May again. You can see him calling on the touchline, stretching the Welsh defence, making it really difficult for Adams and Stephen Evans.
Dylan Hartley is back on. He's passed his head injury assessment. He answered the questions correctly, walked a straight line without a wobble. And he back into the fray.
Clear it, lads.
Rodshaw trying to make the ball as difficult as possible for Wales and for Hill, the Dragon.
Big boot.
Pressurising Gareth Davis. Is Brown. Ball down by Aaron Shingler. Wonderful game a week ago against Scotland. Mako Vunipola. Still making sure that there's at least one Vunipola in the England team. Still no Billy. Launchbury again. As Corey Hill tries to hold him up.
Good job, Fred.
This is Laws. Tackled once more by Shingler. Man of the match against Scotland.
Yeah, England not making too many yards with the carries. Robshaw now taking it a little bit further forward.
Phases of the match so far, but England have made very little progress, and now Wales have won the penalty.
Yeah, you see Mike Brown come into the game. He's got his hands on the ball 3 or 4 times now, but get isolated a little bit there, and Ken Owens comes in.
Now you see
Rightly
the
so,
crash
turns the
ball
ball over,
technique that
penalty
England were
Wales.
trying to pull off here. Would have worked against Italy, but like I said, we're not Italy. We're a higher calibre.
Yeah, that's
Of team.
just seeing the Mike Brown turnover there. Superb work from Owens. You just feel England had a couple of chances to get over the game line. Once you don't do that, you've got to respect the defence and perhaps then put boot to ball. They just went that little bit too far.
Parks. Just to take on Ford, but Sam Simmons, the man of the moment last Sunday, came in to add his weight. Here is Ken Owens.
Nothing wrong.
Patchell.
Oh, he
Scott
just went
Williams.
plowing into him.
Loss forward.
Yeah, nice little battle in the centre, Farrell and Williams.
The last
Was it last
Puts his
one?
head down, goes straight at Farrell.
Out 50-50.
Do well to get over the top of it, Farrell. Good tackle, and
Okay.
unfortunately, little mistake there by Williams. Farrell's had a good start so far. Good 30 minutes.
Look at that, got his timing just right, and that's the difficulty. It's not just in the tackle, you've got to hold on to it. It's when you land on the floor as well. He was one of England's standout players last week in Rome. You know Owen Farrell's always going to be at the centre of everything good that's happening with England, and he certainly has in the opening 13 minutes.
Now England's first opportunity to throw into a scrum. Seems to squeeze some pressure through the actually last Sunday. Eddie Jones in this area of the game, Lawrence, just looking for a little bit more consistency, looking to turn the scrum into one of those game-changing parts of the match.
Yeah, it's one of those areas that I know that he really cares passionately about. One of the first sort of mandates he said when he took over the England team was getting them back to the strengths of English rugby, which has always been the set piece. He was pretty happy with the way that they opened the account in Rome, but this is a much better Welsh 8 that they're up against today. And tricky little position this scrum as a number 8. I remember it very well. Short blind side, just want to lock things out.
Sponsors die on the back of his number 8 shirt. Sam Simmons looking for that ball and picking it up. And now Ford, a test for Gareth Anscombe. He was well positioned, runs into Brown. Davis. And now Worcester's Josh Adams, just his second cap, week on from his debut. He'll be up another level today. Josh Navidi, back row Sean of Warburton and Lydiot and Fowler Talbot, Shingler and Navidi and Moriarty have been exceptional. Brown trying to position himself, it doesn't go that far, and Adams got his hands on it, but it went forward, so England with the advantage. Kicked away by Ford again to Anscombe.
Hey, come on, run it back now, lads, run it back.
Hearing 24 hours ago that Lee Halfpenny's foot was causing him a bit of bother, so Anscombe's had some time to contemplate wearing the starting jersey. But Warren Gatland saying last weekend that there's no better defensive fullback in the world at the moment than Lee Halfpenny. It's all about the anticipation, working out where the ball's going to go.
Yeah, of course, you know, being a good defensive player isn't all about making big, effective tackles. It's about positioning around the field, being in the right areas, making it easy for your two wingers. And certainly having played with him, Lee Halfpenny's one of the best at doing that. But Anscombe coming in, he's got involved in the game nice and early.
Out wide.
A couple of kicks, and that's what he'd want in a game he really wasn't meant to figure in, so not a bad start.
This is Parks. Tackled by Farrell. Davis to Alan Wynne-Jones, hustled by one of his new mates after the Lions tour, Maro Itoje, teammates, roommates.
No mates today.
Not for the time being, however, no.
England putting a lot of pressure on that first receiver, making them make the decision nice and early, and there we see another example of it there, forcing the turnover. Gareth Davis doing the classic scrum off. What are penalties, sir? Possibly something we didn't see from Scotland last week in Wales. It's the line speed as Parks comes in on Farrell, just bumps him off, but look at this, Farrell comes back for a second bite. And then it's that line speed there, Itoje. Dan Cole coming in over the top.
England line out. Hartley to throw. Law's the recipient. Nako Bonapola, who was standing out, and Watson and England getting those fast passes going again. Danny Kerr. 24-year-old Richard Wigglesworth is England's replacement scrum half. He's not played since the World Cup, but he's poised for another cap here a bit later on. England parking themselves once again in Wales 22. Taken up initially by Joseph, but now Launchbury. Low to the ground. Farrell, oh my goodness. Hit back and hit back hard by Moriarty, but still England possession. Ford nearly drifting through, and the tackle needed to be made by Hill, and it was made, but still the English danger with Joseph. Toje, about escaping the clutches of Alan Wynne-Jones, but he didn't make much ground. What about Mako Vunapola? Ford. The try scorer, Johnny May, hurdling through the tackles. Here's Launchbury. England beginning to make a little bit of progress. Simmons once more. That little burst of acceleration that we saw. Ford. And defence up quickly and impressively. Parks led that latest surge. Here goes Simmons again. He's got Jonathan Joseph to the left-hand side. England with a penalty, playing the advantage. Robshaw.
It's the speed of the ball that England have been able to deliver from the pick and go that's causing Welsh defence some problems.
Yeah, Wales aren't able to put any players in this breakdown. They're trying to spread the defence, spread the line. England keeping the ball really well, picking and going, using up the second receiver.
Sean Edwards drilled defence, however, conceding very little ground. Jerome Garces reminding us that England are still playing with the advantage, so there's a penalty on the shelf should they need it. This is Robshaw. And now Farrell takes 2-3 Welsh players to stop him, but that's been stripped away. Still England, however, with care. And over the top from Farrell, and Launchbury back inside, picked up, and Johnny May
forward.
All that pressure, and England now with 2 tries.
I want to see that again. That might have been forward.
England happy to play the one-out rugby, and it took a wonderful piece of skill.
So he got taken down, and he one arm past it. I want to see if that was a forward though. Let me have a little look for you.
From Joe Launchbury, first of all, he's got to reach above his head, and how about that? He knows the touchline is closing in on him. Owen Farrell throws the ball over the top. Joe Launchbury knows exactly what he's doing there. Lovely little floated offload, and Johnny May couldn't have an easier try to score for his second.
No, Launchbury does really well. Takes Patchell and Adams out of the game.
No, that's
he knew
right.
that May was there.
That's
He probably
right.
just thought there's bound to be someone on the inside. Fantastic left-handed offload. And May again with a predatory try. It was coming on, wasn't it?
Elliot Daly was the scourge of Wales last season.
Is he going to
with
miss
that
again?
try.
So if I'll miss it
wearing
again,
that
his
shirt today,
kicking
Johnny
is
May
not good.
Has scored 2 of his own early on, and this one
He actually
is
got it
converted
once.
by Owen Farrell. Midway through the first half, England 12, Wales
What the
0.
hell's this? Farrell, what the
Here we
hell's
see it
that?
again, just here. All over the top. Owen Farrell involved again, and just a lovely piece of skill. England, Wales probably
I
thought
don't
they'd
get
be
that
happy
from
to
Owen
concede the
Farrell.
penalty. That
What the
would be
hell's
it.
that?
But England wanted more. Really positive start from the home
After every
side.
time you get a conversion, you go like that. That's a stupid celebration.
Low, flat restart from Patchell,
To prevent the
causing
contest by
them
red.
a little bit of confusion.
Exactly the same penalty here. You are clearly off feet.
Alright, so we are down by 12 points right now.
England not gathering cleanly.
But I'm not concerned.
The players and
Not
the coach
yet.
particularly, because you're at your most vulnerable just after you've scored. You've got to get clean ball. Joe Launchbury just lost the flight of the ball, and look at this, Wales being positive. They're 12 points down on the scoreboard. They're going for the corner. 3 points not enough, they feel.
On the line. Line.
Yeah, they say you know after you score a try, or even after you concede, the next important time in the game is the next minute. And England, unfortunately, are with a turnover on the penalty for Wales. They need to get something from this. Wales do now. Put a bit of pressure on the English team.
Once.
Line out was won by Hill. Moriarty has it,
No.
leading Gloucester for the Dragons next season. A breeze block of a man, and now Shingler, who was a mammoth against Scotland. Patchell, where's he going? Running into Farrell. He's going to have to work hard to get this back on the red side, but he's done well. This is Hill. Ken Owens winning an extra metre or 2. Maro Itoje over the ball and off his feet.
Come on, Wales.
Not supporting his own body weight, so Penalty for Wales, but Patchell's giving it a go, and Danny Kerr has to get across, and the ball is loose.
Referee's going to have a look at this, isn't he? He's playing a penalty advantage.
It looks like it could have come off Stefan Evans' butt.
Yeah, we check the grounding.
So George Clancy, touch judge on the far side, and Glenn Newman is the Kiwi TMO.
We want to know, try yes or no. First, check the player, red player touch the ball with his knee, and after the grounding. Please. Okay, Glenn?
Yes, thank you, Jerome. We'll check off the knee and then grounding.
Here we go. Where does it come? Is it Steph Evans? Does it come off his knee? Yes, it bounces off his knee, so that's not a knock-on.
Okay.
Assuming who is first to this ball.
Hey!
It was Gareth Anscombe who got there first, but did he have it under control?
Maybe this angle will give us a better look. It's a race between Anscombe and Anthony Watson.
I want to see it.
Watching Danny Kerr take up the ball, man.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Here we
The
go.
Welsh hand gets there first.
Hands up there, but does he get downward pressure before Anthony Watson?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he
I
might.
think he may have. The ball's on the ground, the hand's on the ground, there is pressure. For me, that's a try.
That is a try.
If he's got his hands on that ball when it's on the floor, he doesn't need downward pressure anymore. It's just control of the ball. Here we go.
The ball has come off the knee of the Welsh player, but has not been clearly grounded. The first grounding is by England. Therefore, it is a scrum 5 metres back, although you were playing advantage.
I played advantage, so no try. I cannot clearly hear you, Ben.
Okay.
So,
no try.
no try. I come back to the penalty.
Correct.
Well, it's hard to imagine that Gareth Anscombe will come closer to scoring a test try.
No, it was almost an accidental try anyway, wasn't it? But, you know, I think he's a little bit hard done by that. He's definitely got there first. He's definitely got his hands on the ball. And there's pressure, and the ball's on the ground.
It's a try. TMO just screwed us.
The TMOC is different.
Just wonder whether Wales will just
The
settle for 3 now.
TMO
It's right
pretty
in front of
much
them.
just screwed us.
Well, that's a talking point.
I think I'm with you, Shane. I think England have got away with one there. As you say, it was somewhat fortuitous. They were playing the advantage.
Yeah.
I know I gave one down there accidentally, but we had 3 or 4 penalties in the same area.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
We have exactly the same scenario here. We play to advantage before England score the try.
Like Adam and Jones would make a great ref, wouldn't he?
And Wales
So just for your information, Jerome, the penalty counts 4-1.
with the points.
Sorry? Who's
And they're on the
That's
board.
me.
England 12, Wales 3. Reece Patchell with the opening penalty.
Yeah, it's good for Reece to get some points on the board, but this will be talked about a bit back in Wales.
Yeah, fucking will.
Regardless of the result, I suppose, but you've
The
got to play
TMO
what
pretty
the
much
TMO
just screwed
says.
up there.
Bit of confidence of Wales now needed regard of the ball and
You
get
even
back down
heard
into the England half.
the commentator say, yeah, that's a try.
Taken by Navidi.
Downward pressure. His hand was there first. It hit the ground with the hand on it. That's all that's needed.
Davis for Patchell. Brown. Difficult ball to take. Wind swirling around Twickenham. Simmons. Suspect if there'd have been a recount late on in Rome last Sunday, he would have been the man of the match and not Anthony Watson, but as it was. Ford again, shape to kick, get the ball to Farrell, and once again those two in tandem. This time it's Watson tearing after it down that right hand side, and that was very neatly done in the end by Steph Evans, because he could have easily have picked it up and taken it out of play, but he had the patience to do this.
You know, that pass win behind the forwards from Danny Kerr has really created problems for Wales. It's giving Ford and Farrell plenty of time on the ball, bringing the Welsh defence up and making it very difficult then for the kick that goes behind. Stephen Evans does really well to make sure that it goes in for a Welsh throw.
Meanwhile, Wales have taken a quick line out, managed to secure the ball, and Patchell forced under some pressure to kick the ball loosely.
Yeah, and this is Brown. A little slip, but quickly back onto his feet. care to Launchbury. A deft flick off the floor led to Johnny May's second try. Simmons continuing to fill the hole left by Billy Vunipola, Nathan Hughes as well. Now a Toje. England in these close quarter exchanges, rhythmic and choppy and doing well.
Yeah, they're just speeding the ruck up deliberately, aren't they? Pick and goes. Quick placement of the ball, and they're off again, trying to shift the point of attack, and it's causing Wales a few problems.
Yeah, they're changing the way they attack. They're picking and going, they're using the Danny Kerr, they're putting it out the back. There you are from forward, then by Farrell. It's so dangerous and it's difficult to defend.
This is May. Popping up on the right-hand side, drifting his way back in field. Again, Launchbury, the work he's done, ball in hand, running into red shirts. Jones doing what he can to disrupt ball that ought to be Danny Kerr's, and it is, and here's Simmons. And again, Launchbury. Launchbury already up to 7 carries, but that was not held on to by England, and it's a turnover ball. And Scott Williams can come away with it for Wales, but the contest for it on the floor is extreme. But England have won it back.
That's a great turnover from England.
Wales took an age to get to that breakdown. Made it easy for England to turn that ball back over.
Over the head of Cole, on to the boot of Ford. Watson again leading the chase. Patchell was there. Oh, nicely done. Full of confidence. And then walloped away by Adams. Brought back immediately, again, by the fullback Mike Brown.
Yeah, and the ball seems to be going down Mike Brown's throat far too often for Wales. The kicks are too far away from the touchline. It's giving Mike Brown plenty of time, and therefore options for England and Ford.
Backwards, play on.
Backpedaling Steph Evans.
That's a better kick, isn't it, from Steph Evans? It's a kick to turn.
And that's a decent one from Ford as well. He got hold of that.
Yeah, not a bad return by Ford as well, but his last 2 kicks haven't been the best. Made it look a lot better because of the errors by Wales. But that's what you get with England when you've got Ford and Farrell 10 and 12. You've got the options. They can kick to the left, they can kick to the right, kick where the balls come from, or they can look for open play. And they look far more dangerous when they have the ball.
On the mark. I put the mark, you don't respect. Free kick.
So a free kick to Wales because England were trying to close the gap between the 2 lineouts. It's Rhys Patchell, who after his heroics last Saturday was back coaching his under-16 team in Cardiff on Sunday morning. Brown hit hard by Moriarty, but the ball stayed stuck for Toje.
Yeah, kick from Wales there was just that little bit too far. Gave Mike Brown, a player of his quality, particularly in the air, enough time to safely gather.
Ball comes down on the 10-metre line. It's a loose one. Swept up by Anscombe. He's comfortable at 10 and 15. He was the fullback here in the World Cup quarter-final against South Africa, so he's played in the biggest games for Wales at fullback.
It's quite strange. You've got Anscombe playing 15, who prefer 10, and you've got Patchell, who's been playing 15 for the Scarlets, playing at 10 today. So obviously both very talented players.
It's Patchell at 15 for the Scarlets in the Champions Cup European game against Batha a while ago was mesmerising, as were the Scarlets that day. Trying again to bottle some of that magic against England at Twickenham. Brown again. He was never really in position for that.
That's the first one Brown's put down. He's been exceptional under the high balls. They haven't been the best kicks to him, but that one time he was under pressure by Josh Adams. Wales get the ball back. They need to stop kicking the ball down this guy's throat. He's one of the best in the world at these high. Obviously not from that kind of from that replay, but he's been superb so far. And Wales need to kick to the corners, kick to the spaces rather than kick to 15.
Well, having had had a head injury assessment. The Captain Dylan Hart is going to have to get some blood attended to. Defeat in Dublin, by the way, remains the only one for England under his stewardship. He and Eddie Jones have been a very decent combination. After a really bright start for Wales, the bulk of the game has been played in their half, and England have profited with a couple of tries for Johnny May.
Yeah, it's something that Scotland didn't do last week down in Cardiff. They were playing in the wrong areas of the field and allowed Wales plenty of possession. England very mindful actually of playing in the right areas. We've seen Owen Farrell mixing his game up nicely. Danny Kerr putting boots of ball with the box kicks, and when they do get down there, they're looking to retain possession. Eddie Jones will be reasonably happy with the start that England have made. Wales continually kicking a little bit loosely, you feel, to the England back three and allowing them to really come onto the ball.
All Scarlets, front row, Rob Evans and Samson Lee, and Ken Owens, the hook of the keystone. Scarlet scrum half as well in Gareth Davis. Patchell. Watson was up and he deflected it back into his clubmate's arms. Jonathan Joseph. Scrap for the ball between Williams and Brown, won by England. Kerr. Taken by Patchell, who's a tall, rangy fly half, 6'4".
Yeah, very prescriptive attack there by Wales. Patchell didn't take the ball to the line. Watson just held back, waited for it. And Wales again under pressure. Again, another kick straight down Mike Brown's throat. He's enjoying himself out there today.
This is Johnny May. First 2 tries in the Six Nations for him. Dan Cole's clapping for it. A little bit of heavy industry for him. To Farrell, and again that option of Farrell or May as the kick is, and Watson was up challenging. Here's Anscombe.
Go on, Anscombe.
Went around Rob Evans, who wasn't obstructing, according to Jerome Garces, the referee.
Yeah, Rob Shaw had a nibble at that, didn't he? Couldn't quite force the turnover.
Picked up by Owens. And now the winger, Adams.
Go on, Davis.
Taken on by Davis. Wales just starting to get up a little bit of head of steam here. Schindler, the latest insurgent. And it's a penalty.
Oh shit, it's kicking off! It's kicking off!
And all the tension of the week.
It's kicking off, here we go!
Just boiling
They're
over
scrubbing.
momentarily.
Yeah, thanks Eddie.
Thanks, Carwin.
It always happens. It always
Tell you what,
happens.
when everything settles down here, and let's hope it does pretty damn quickly, is
it's the roommates, it's AJ and Alan Wynne who are.
Well, Alan Wynne's got about 6 of them on in there, wasn't it?
that's about fair, isn't it? When it all settles down, actually the referee, Jerome Garces, kind of allowed England, didn't he? So he put his hands up and said, come in and take the ball. And the first player out takes the scrum half out.
Yeah, no need really.
Yeah.
Look at this, ball's out, he says ball's out.
Time off. Number 2.
Yeah, I think Farrell comes over the top, he uses his foot. Obviously Gareth Davis isn't very happy there, and a little bit of handbags afterwards. He said something there.
It will be fair. It will be fair. Yeah. If you don't touch on a little nine, try to. Yeah. Yeah, but I need to put it on. Okay. Okay.
I'm still trying to work out what the offence was, to be honest. The referee said the ball's fair, game on. Farrell comes in.
Captain.
The only thing I can see is that he's used his foot and he's caught Gareth Davis, but he's got the right to go for that ball there, hasn't he?
think Jerome Garces decided that he's handed out enough lectures. He's restored some semblance of law and order.
Captain.
Oh no, we're going to have one last chat. Two skippers together, Alan Wynne-Jones and Dylan Hartley.
It's a scuffle between many players. Nothing really clear and obvious against one player, particularly, okay. But you are the captain. Now you must calm down, okay. We start 32 minutes, really good tempo, good work by the team, okay. But another scuffle will be 2 players on the bench. It's clear?
It's a good choice to give Garces this match. He knows all about the special texture of England-Wales. He did the fixture last year in Cardiff, and he did the World Cup game here as well.
I'll tell you what, if you look up in the dictionary, the definition of scuffle, that's what you're going to get.
Well, that's that explained.
Decision for Patchell to make here, because he's not going for the post. They're going to try and pressurise with the throw from the touchline.
This may be the difference with having Patchell playing today and not having a Lee Halfpenny perhaps on the field there. That's bread and butter territory for Lee Halfpenny. It's not to say he'd get that and Patchell wouldn't. But this is the difference. However, it's still a good area for Wales. An area that they haven't spent much time.
Just joining us and wondering where Lee Halfpenny is. He picked up a foot infection this week.
With England giving away so many bloody penalties, and you know, Halfpenny would have had those penalties.
There's too much blood on.
So England, you're lucky in that sense.
Dylan Hartley's shirt.
Just wonder as well, with England having conceded 5 penalties, Alan Wynne-Jones just feels there's a bit of momentum behind Wales now with that last penalty. And as you say, Shane, it's a difficult place to defend now. And chance for Wales, having had what looked like a perfectly decent try disallowed, chance for them to close that deficit.
Decent try disallowed.
Yeah, well, it's an area they haven't spent much time, isn't it? And, you know, it might sound obvious, but you've got to spend time close to the try line to score tries, and they're here now, but they need to look after this ball.
One by Corey Hill. And Wales gathering behind and try and get some momentum, driving towards that English try line. Owens has it, and they're just 5 metres short now. Navidi.
Go on, Wales. Big try now, lads. Big try.
Moriarty trucks it up. Davis. Again. Owens. Hit hard, but still Wales possession. And this is Josh Adams.
Go on, Navidi.
Wales have been for a while. Navidi again. Patchell. Now it might be the turn of the backs.
Go on, Hartley.
Going this way and that. Running across the grain of that English defence.
Yeah, it's running across and it's running backwards, unfortunately. That's 5 yards from where they had the ball last phase.
Go on, Alwyn.
Ground regained, however, by the captain, Alan Wynne-Jones. Beyond Schindler, and the ball dropped by Samson Lee.
Well, you have to say that's a pretty good set from England. They put a lot of line speed on the Welsh attack. The key to that was they were tackling in pairs rather than individually. Jerome Garces just saying, by all means congratulate your players, but make sure it's not inflammatory. You don't need another scuffle.
No, that's the difference there, you know. We're just looking a little bit disjointed. Park's had great feet, but he's running backwards, and England throwing a lot of numbers into the tackle. Yeah, it's the drop by Samson Lee, but I thought Gareth Davies just took a couple too many steps before passing that. Massive pressure to catch that ball by Samson.
A little over 5 minutes to half-time. England's ahead. Those relatively early Johnny May tries. Reece Patchell with the penalty so far for Wales, and a knock-on from Samson Lee. There were echoes of Phil Bennett in some of his touches last weekend against Scotland, less so just then. That was a ball that was always dying on him, Shane.
Yeah, it was a tough pass to take, and you know, like you see a sea of white defenders coming out like that, so you're always taking your eye off a ball. The ball's wet as well. Yeah, last week we've seen with the deft touch, nice little passes there. Don't see that normally from Samson Lee.
So England with a defensive scrum.
Yeah, both teams have been pretty solid on their own ball so far. Say that as the scrum collapses.
I think I just heard him drop the F-bomb.
Key decision for Sam Simmonds. Does he pick and go and just get the Welsh chasers just turning their backs ever so slightly? He's got enough space in with this scrum in this 22. Or do England opt just to put it straight in the green seats? Been crying if I was Sam Simmonds just to have a little nibble down the blind side. You know you've got enough support. Don't run too far away from them.
Wales, on the other hand, will look for the moment that Dylan Hartley lifts his leg to hook it back in and see if they can put some pressure on there. But it's a solid England scrum, and you can see, oh, not now. Now Wales do get the shot on. And a little shake of the French head.
The ball was safely back on England's side, and then the scrum wound round. He's inclined either to give a penalty against Wales or the ball back to England, and he's opted for the latter.
French referees have always had the tradition down the years of being particular experts at this aspect of the game, at the scrum, and Jerome Garces is known to like them as tidy as anybody.
It's just the communication that's key there. Just had a little word with Sam Simmonds, said if the ball's there, play it. Don't make my job harder than it already is.
Yeah, he had a little look to have a go, didn't he? But I think he thought that the English scrum was kind of dominating, and then Wales had a second surgence.
There's now going to pose against Samson Lee, Dan Cole against Rob Evans.
Yeah, he's got it on his right foot now.
Hoofed away by Danny Kerr. Picked up by the fullback, Anscombe. A couple of summer tests at fullback for Wales against Tonga and Samoa. England and Portugal doing what they can to win that ball back off Josh Adams and Kerr. It's all a little bit loose at the moment. Needed to be tidied up by Moriarty, and it was. Only 3 hours of rugby for Moriarty coming into the Six Nations. He had nerve damage on the Lions tour, but we wouldn't have known it watching him a week ago. And Navidi's poise that goes beyond him to the captain.
Again, we just saw an example of that line speed on the first receiver. England really putting the heat on, trying to force the mistakes from Wales.
Yeah, what England doing very well as well. They got May coming out of the line on the outside, like an umbrella defence, which means that the Welsh aren't getting the ball wide to where they were very comfortable against Scotland last week. And there he is again, Mr. Brown.
It's majestically taken, it really is. He was under a lot of pressure there, it was a good kick.
He just looks so comfortable.
Patchell.
That's a lovely kick in a very difficult angle.
Ford taking his time here.
So Reece Patchell, first taste of Test match rugby, incidentally, 5 years ago against an Eddie Jones side. He played against Japan, and now here he is against another Eddie Jones side, England.
It's interesting, isn't it? There's a couple of changes in England's back division, but a lot of people saying would Anthony Watson perhaps play at fullback and Mike Brown in place of Mike Brown, but you can see the value that Mike Brown offers to this England team and why Eddie Jones has stuck with him for so long.
Yeah, but
absolutely superb in this first half.
Well, Scott, when it comes to the high ball, best competition that Wales got for Mike Brown up there is bigger.
He's there, his positioning is fantastic.
This is Evans.
But we haven't got bigger on the pitch
right
now because he's out injured. And we haven't got a halfpenny who would have kicked
involved in that
pretty much
when
all those
Wales
penalties over.
And most other folk thought they'd scored as well, but not the TMO Glenn Newman. Here he is
yeah,
once
we did
more.
score. We did score
by Watson.
Just seems that pass seems to be taking an awful long time to be coming from 9.
And it's
Well,
been
not at all.
disrupted. Yeah, Farrell was there, and Gareth Davis getting his fingers caught in the brambles. It's a real battle for the ball, however. Hill was having a hack away at that, and he nearly got it, but it's taken in by Laws. What a scrap this is.
Back.
Care. Parking his back, watching to see where that kick lands. It landed in the arms of Adams and very quickly followed by Anthony Watson. Time's up in the red zone at the end of this first half. Wales can conclude business here, and they do. England with both of the tries. Both of them scored by Johnny May, for the first time a try scorer in the Six Nations. Reece Patchell.
It's the end of the first half, and I'm not gonna lie, it would have been a very different game if the TMO didn't make that mistake. I mean, regardless of control or whatever you want to say it, if his hand is on the ball and he's got downward pressure on the ball over the try area, that's a try. Okay, that is a try. So TMO screwed up there, but you know what, it is what it is. Fuck it, we'll go into half time. 12-3 to England. England, beautiful first try, I'm gonna say it. And the second try as well was pretty decent. Farrell not on point with the kick in, so we can take advantage of that. Halfpenny not being there, it lacked some of our kicking skills, but you know, we're gonna press on and do what we can in the second half. So we'll catch you in the second half. Let go. Alright, so we are here now for the second half. First half was a bit of a shame, you know, we had that disallowed try, which was complete BS. Even the English experts, now Johnny Wilkinson, Lawrence, you know, I mean, you know, they said it was a try, and we had that disallowed. So this would be a different game right now if that try was allowed. TMO's decision, no, final. We're getting into the second half. Wales, key on fitness. We can come back into this. Let's do this. Come on, Wales. Big second half.
This weekend that Sam Simmons made last weekend in Rome. Underhill is on. It'll be a little bit of a reshuffle in the back row. Another 40 minutes we have ahead of us. England with the 2 early tries in the first half, but Wales fighting their way back into this contest. Chris Robshaw is going to play in the number 8 position. Sam Underhill, recognised open side flanker, wants to play for the Ospreys. This is Atoji, picked up by Launchbury. Patchell never quite got there, but it worked out okay. Taken initially by Gareth Davis, so the scrum half was down. So Evans came in to do the job.
Inside.
Still does the job. This is Corey Hill.
Yeah, Danny Kerr definitely targeting the Welsh back three there. It's quite a strange place to box kick from, isn't it, really? Knowing that Patchell hasn't really caught it clean up and under all day. The ball goes straight to Brown again, who has caught a couple.
May to Watson. Hearing, by the way, that Sam Simmons changes because of injury, so nothing tactical about it. 3 of England's 5 penalties have been conceded at the breakdown, but that's not the reason for the change at half-time. Ford, Vunipola, running hard into Moriarty and Navidi. Oh, that's nicely done, and May, who is hunting a Six Nations hat-trick, let's not forget, popping up in midfield and looking dangerous.
It's never been done before.
It's the pick and go that's causing Wales problems again. England using that tactic really well. Start this second half.
That's the variety as well, isn't it? When they pick and go, Wales obviously going to be very tight around that breakdown. And when they get it out the back, they look very dangerous equally as well. And it's difficult to defend when you change the way you attack constant.
Here's the new man, Sam Underhill. Not so long ago he was an Osprey before the move to the Premiership. And now Joseph and Watson. Little stretch behind him, but manages to maintain some momentum. Schindler doing what he can to keep him off the turf. And Dan Cole, nearly, but then the tee set went clattering to the floor and kicked away by Evans, and with it went the knock-on advantage. Covered in by May. Anthony Watson is down injured meantime, and Farrell kicking the ball in his direction is Gareth Anscombe.
Stay red.
To George Ford, to May with Brown outside him, but May engages the red defence. Launchman carried the ball forward as much as anyone for England in that first half. Clipped through from Danny Kerr. Patchell. He'll hair after his own kick, but not close enough to put pressure on Mike Brown.
Again, another good carry by Mike Brown. But England are putting Wales under pressure, which means the kicks that Wales, the Patchell and the likes of the Welsh team are doing aren't quite going to where they want them. They're going straight into the hands of the English, and they're really putting Wales under pressure.
It was a hard tackle from Sansa Lee that put England on the back foot, and then necessitated the kick from George Ford in the end.
Yeah, it was a lovely kick from George Ford, wasn't it? Recognising that Patchell wasn't quite in position. Anthony Watson looks like he may have to leave the field.
He's lifting off, and he's replaced by Jack Noel, the chief, broke through Italy's defence late on in Rome. He's got a little bit more time here at Twickenham this afternoon to make an impact against Wales.
It's not a bad replacement. Very, very busy. Jack Noel gets around the field, scores tries.
Ball kicked up on the half volley neatly by Moriarty. Patchell again just hooks it towards the West End.
Yeah, as you say, the way this game is panning out, Shane, having Jack Noel looking hungry for work, coming in off his wing, fielding the high balls, excellent replacement. He'll want to be getting his hands on the ball as early as possible.
Yeah, very, very busy winger. Comes off his wing, runs off shoulders, does it effectively week in, week out for Exeter, and does especially for England. That's what Wales want in Stephen Evans and Josh Adams. They want them to get them involved in the game. Been a little bit redundant so far, but when they do get their hands on the ball, they're very effective, and that's what Wales will want.
Interception. Nice, Patchell. Nice.
Wales not able to profit from that interception like they were a week ago. But they do have possession with Schindler. Navidi. Nicely by Owens down by his knees.
Advantage all the way. First man to touch. 3 wide, stay in the way, slow ball for red.
Jones on the bounce to Williams. And now Schindler.
Go on, Schindler.
Oh, he has grown into the shirt. He's 30, Aaron Schindler. He's not new to the game. He's had to be patient to get his opportunities, and he's taken them again.
Yeah, Alan Wynne-Jones didn't have much time there on the ball.
No advantage.
I think Wales knew they had a penalty as well, so had that free licence to attack. The ball just isn't quick enough. They look very dangerous when they get over the gain line, but they need to get that ball from the breakdown much quicker, get their strike runners into the game.
You just feel that England are putting a lot more weight and presence through the breakdown. Gareth Davies having to really dig in there, and perhaps Patchell could just do with standing a little bit closer to his 9, helping him out there. But on this occasion, Dan Cole rightly penalised for lying over the top. That's what it means to Eddie Jones.
I think Eddie Jones knows just how bad England's
Wales start to profit from it. Not from that line out.
No advantage.
Wasn't straight. 10 years on from his first game in charge of Wales, and it was here in 2008 in the Six Nations off the back of a disappointing 2007 World Cup, and no one will need to remind him that that day his team came back from 10 points down at half-time.
Yeah.
Lee Byrne and Mike Phillips with some famous tries.
No, it was a great day, obviously, but he was looking a lot younger back then and a lot less grey, let me tell you.
He was looking a lot younger and a lot less grey back then. Even I was. I've gone a bit. I got a bit of silver light. Oh, he's through. Go on, Schindler.
Beats the outstretched grasp of Danny Kerr, and he's still there. And Davis is up in support. And oh, how well Owen Farrell got back to put a lid on that. But what a break from Schindler.
He was almost too fast there.
Counteract.
The team didn't even know he'd actually created that gap and went through. Got Davis tried getting in there. Thought the kick was the right option in the end, but great work by Farrell. The 2 attempts at regaining it.
Oh, this chap really has come into his own over the last few months, Shane.
Yeah, he's last few months, last few seasons, he's been exceptional for the Scarlets. Had a great game for Wales last week, and that's the difference. You play with a bit of confidence, you can make 30-40 yard breaks. Not quite finish them off, but it's a start.
Well, I think the break was so good, Shane, that it took everyone by surprise in the Welsh team, and Owen Farrell did magnificently well. I thought possibly he might have spilled it, but he regathered and managed to stay on his feet. Wales penalised for coming in at the side, and England mightily relieved as Schindler just rused an opportunity that got away.
I thought he penalised him for being off feet. That's why I said up in the top corner.
Chance to head to Dublin in a fortnight with a triple
Come on.
against Ireland. A lot of work to do.
At least get, you know, what you're penalising Wales for, at least get that right up in the top.
Danny Kerr's just getting ready to release it.
Ford looking for May. Anscombe across to make the tackle, and Josh Adams made sure that there was no easy route for the ball either.
Yeah, just far too much time there on the left wing. I thought Josh Adams got caught. He came up the line really quickly, which meant there was a lot of room behind him. A little bit too easy for me.
Sure having to work hard to get that ball back, but England do have it back. Ford again, Farrell. Back to Kerr. Jonathan Joseph. Seen too much of him in an attacking sense so far. Here goes the Toje, passing into Hill. Corey Hill coming through the return to play protocols this week after colliding with John Barkley, but he's fit to be with us today. Now, Jack Knoll. Eddie Jones talking about maybe playing him at outside centre at some point, and he's popping up in midfield a lot at the moment.
Well, England just seem to be lifting the tempo of the game with those quick rucks. Again, you can see them lifting the intensity, looking to shift the focus of attack.
Knoll again in midfield.
Yeah, he's very strong, as you know, and he's very quick as well, got good feet, but he gets tackled, but he wriggles out of it every time, and he's just so dangerous with ball in hand.
Anscombe. Ford got an important foot in the way there, but there was
sure about the first one.
A knock on.
Not sure about the second one.
Wales will have the scrum.
I asked the player here to
look at the strength from Jack Knoll here. Just looking for the support. Schindler just holding him up.
I don't want to give a penalty against White.
Actually comes off Schindler's leg, doesn't it?
I think Courtney Laws does too good a job there. He smashes
when's
Jack Knoll at
the referee
time.
going to start thinking about
Dislodges the ball, and Wales feel a little bit lucky there.
That's going to be a key point actually, because England have made so many penalties, conceded so many penalties in this game, that yellow cards will be on the table very soon. When does the referee make that choice?
Eddie Jones, who has
and if England have a yellow card, they're down to 14 men,
the Lions coach for South Africa in 2021.
and if it's a big player like Farrell or Ford, they're screwed.
Expect the Lions to win 3-0. They've had fun together this week, I think, Shane, haven't they?
They're screwed. If Farrell and Ford
what's great about it is it takes
are in the instant that gets one of them yellow carded,
just get on with the game.
they're screwed.
And the coaches can just have a ding dong. It's great.
I thought the classiest response came yesterday from Alan Wynne-Jones, responding to Eddie Jones talking about the way he was dealing with the referee in Cardiff last weekend. Alan Wynne saying, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. And he'll have a word with Uncle Eddie at the end of the match.
He'd be thinking about that one all week, isn't he?
It was well delivered. What a great shot. Some ton of meat slams into each other. It's around this time a week ago that Robin McBride and Wales made some changes in the front row, but Rob Evans still looks full of beans, and they've drawn the penalty.
Yeah, England penalised standing up in the scrum. Wales will take a lot from that because they've been under the cosh a little bit this first 10 minutes, and this will give them an opportunity just to pop into England's half.
Rob Evans last week, the passing and the sleight of hands and the tackling and the rock hitting and the pushing at the scrums, and he got up and did it all over again, and here he is at Twickenham.
Yeah, really good scrum from Wales. Interesting, wasn't it? We had the same with England. Look at Moriarty, that's what it means. He's pumped up.
He's getting in their faces, he's like, oh!
England are taking the captain off.
Can you see that?
Dylan Hartley making way for Jamie George, who was with us briefly at the start of the match when Hartley was off for a head injury assessment. Pass to Alan Wynne-Jones, all hit back by the Saracens combo of Vunipola and George, but captain stayed on his feet well. Davis. Hanscom finding Evans. Owen Farrell, by the way, is England's new captain. And once more is Jones.
Getting absolutely clattered, isn't he? No quarter given.
Patchell goes long, gives time for Brown to reposition himself.
Yeah, great pressure by Danny Kerr again, really making it difficult for Patchell again.
Oh, Patchell!
Joseph picks it up. Kerr, Farrell.
I think Patchell may have had a bit of a double touch in.
Evans and Hanscom, and it's the winger who has to have the responsibility of clearing. He doesn't find touch. Brown will bring it back, and a roar behind him from the Twickenham crowd. Kerr was well snaffled. Oh, once more the frustration for England and for Eddie Jones. The concession of the penalty at the breakdown.
Yeah, Jack Noel penalised for going off his feet. Rest assured, Eddie Jones will be getting messages down. George picked the ball up. England were in a really strong position. They got in behind Wales.
What is the penalty statistics right now?
Penalty that will be a frustrating one for England.
Yeah, Wales just kicking themselves into trouble at the moment, and mostly down to the pressure they're under. Yeah, Patchell just carrying in one hand, unfortunately. These wet conditions need a hold sometimes.
Just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, Jack Noel off his feet. Just flops up. Onto Vunipola.
Speak above the line.
From the penalty, Wales and Ken Owens with this line out. Alan Wynne-Jones. The ball was a little bit loose. Tojo got his fingers in the fruit bowl, but it's still Welsh possession. Held on to by Parks.
Just everything Wales are doing at the moment is just a few yards behind the gain line, just due to the pressure that England have put them under. All stemmed from that line out and then the tackling afterwards.
Parks runs into Robshaw. Davis to Evans. Hanscom. Everyone's making some meters. Hanscom calling for it at first receiver now.
Yeah, it's better by Wales. They're going through the phases. Okay, they might not be making lots of yardage all the time, but they've got the ball, which means England haven't got the ball.
Josh Navidi, Jones, and Wales just beginning to find a little bit of rhythm of their own. And now, Playing in the fly half position, Anscombe with a little chip over the top. But it was lost forward, but it is interesting to see Anscombe beginning to pull some strings and Patchell temporarily maybe playing at fullback.
Yeah, and obviously they're going to keep an eye on Patchell, and Eddie Jones has said that all week, but with Anscombe you've got a 10 that has kicking options. England are coming up very quickly in the defensive line-up, as you see. Great offload by Alwyn Jones there. With Wales just putting the ball over the top, Anscombe there, just changes the dynamics a little bit, makes the back three work. It's good coverage by May there, just manages to force an error from Moriarty, but it's a little bit different by Wales.
And here comes
Reece Patchell is being replaced by that man George North.
George North. Oh,
Straight back
here
into
we
the
go.
test arena after some knee issues recently. The first 80 minutes since October for his club Northampton last weekend in the Anglo-Welsh.
Here we go.
And we're in with Josh Adams, the Worcester winger.
George North, a very big, powerful winger, so he's going to cause some problems.
Gareth Anscombe at 10.
It was a lovely option by Anscombe, was it? A little chip over the top. Owen Farrell just ran enough of a blocking line without actually obstructing the player. Just halted his momentum ever so slightly and forced Wales into that tiniest little knock on.
Reflections on those Wales changes?
Well, it's, yeah, for me, I don't know, you know, Patchell's, whether it's an injury or not, I'm not sure. Anscombe has been playing more at 10 as the game's gone on. Josh Adams is a mystery to me at 15. I haven't seen him play 15. He's going to have a lot of testing kicks. It's been the story so far in 55 minutes. And we'll have to see. It's good to see George North back on the field. He's obviously going to be an option. We want to get Wales want to get the ball into his hands as often as they can.
He'll be earning his corn back in Wales next season. He's leaving the Saints, heading back into the Pro 14. Don't know for sure where.
We're still waiting.
It remains a mystery, doesn't it? There's a little bit of a bidding war going on, maybe. It will be partly decided by the Welsh Rugby Union, but it'd be good for George North to be back home.
It's just become a bit of a mess, this scrum at the moment. Referee's having to reset it. Wonder whether his patience will run out pretty soon.
Guys, the first time that they collapse the scrum here. Okay, so it's a reset call by Nick. I need to work here. So if I don't rest you here, how we can work? Let's give you stability, shall we? Give you stability. What's up, let's go, man. Seconds. Crush!
It's been a while since we had any points in this contest. It's kept our attention, but we've not had points. Reece Patchell's penalty was the last of them.
Yeah, and it's, you know, considering the pressure Wales have been under, I think Warren will be pretty happy.
First test for Adams from fullback. Got the quality, the direction, the accuracy of that kick from George Ford.
That is absolute slide rule precision rather. Really, really good. Danny Kent gives him the ball going forward, and look at that wonderful, wonderful kick from George Ford.
Yeah, the accuracy is behind Stephen Evans, in front of Josh Adams, perfect.
Right, Wyn Jones is on, is he?
Wales
Okay.
changes.
And
two props,
Francis.
Rob Evans and Samson Lee, replaced by Wyn Jones from the Scarlets and Exeter's Thomas Francis. Noel is hustled by Evans. Launch free.
No, it's a rip form.
Reece Patchell penalty, by the way, was in the 24th minute. It's been that long since anyone added to the score. Anscombe. Davis to Moriarty. Another player who's leaving the English Premiership to head back across the bridge next season. Anscombe once more finds Owens and
No respect.
went low to affect the tackle.
and
Ken
he'll lead the
Owens,
way to
like,
Anscombe.
he's going for it.
Oh, nicely done, and here's the new man. Here's Jones, and this is looking much better. Anscombe. A real threat and a real punch about the way Wales are carrying at the moment.
I think Owen Farrell's just turned it over though. Just saying that Anscombe having a real impact in the game, but a brilliant turnover from Farrell on the floor.
It's a good turnover.
And it's England possession.
No, 17. Inside.
Joseph to May.
No, it's a
Time ago since he scored those 2 tries in relatively quick succession for England. Jamie George.
Danny Kerr just organising things, making sure Courtney Laws is giving him a block.
7 and 5.
May looked a little bit in front of the ball there, but hasn't been picked up.
The ball is here.
Oh, the ball's got loose and it's...
Hey, lack of concentration.
This was the quickest to react, and here goes Hill. And Wales once again can start to bang the drum. That's a slippery one along the floor, and
The ball is here.
Schindler under a lot of pressure, but he holds on to possession. Anscombe. Now Evans ricochets into the arms of Brown, who once more will truck it forward for England. 15th carry for the fullback. Stopped by Williams. That's gone loose. All of a sudden, white and red threads beginning to unravel a little bit. And from deep, Anscombe will reset it for Wales. Into the final quarter.
There he goes.
Where's Anscombe going? On we go. Parks.
Go on, lads! Go on! Go on! He's out. He's out.
But the tackle was made and
He's out.
Underhill.
Oh, he's out.
That is an unbelievable tackle. Scott Williams does the right thing there. He goes low.
He's out.
He goes to the
He's
ground.
out.
You know, he uses the
I think he was out.
to get him over the line. But Underhill comes from nowhere.
He's out. Sorry, but even though I'm Welsh and that, I think he was out then.
Owens to North, and for all money you think he's slid in brilliantly, but Underhill slides
Yeah, he's
himself
out. He's out.
and uses his strength to deny a sunshine.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
good tackle. Good tackle
Just
from
gets
the
on
English
top of
player
Scott
there.
Williams' legs, drags him to the touchline. He's in, Scott's in there. But the momentum of Underhill just carries his legs over the line. That's a great tackle.
Absolutely the right decision to try and do what Scott Williams did, to use the wet surface to surf in.
He did nothing wrong there at all. That's how you finish a try. Unfortunately, that's how you stop a try from being finished.
17. On the right.
Oh my goodness.
Go. The middle.
A couple of times now Wales
Here, when I said the
left
middle.
looking at that left corner and left shaking their head.
Be careful.
Anscombe in the first half.
No, I prefer in the point of contact in the middle. Yeah. Okay?
Now Scott Williams in the second.
Good tackle by England. I'll give him that.
Wyn Jones, who
Good
started to
tackle.
play on the biggest stages after his Test debut last summer. And it's interesting, more and more forwards coaches do this. When they change the props, they change them both at the same time. Lawrence, Robin McBride in the front row there. So there's no imbalance. They're both as fresh as each other, numbers 17 and 18.
Yeah, I think you're trying to have that multiple impact as England just want to be safe as houses here. They've got some options. Courtney Laws is the go-to man at the moment. But you're absolutely right. It's around about the 60-minute mark they make those changes as Wales start to pile the pressure on. England get a little nudge on.
Oh, these are huge moments into the final 20 minutes of the match. Wales really pressurised that line out. England dealt with it and cleared, but this will be a Wales throw just outside the 22.
Yeah, look, Wales have got to take a lot from the last 2, 3, 4 minutes. They've gone through a lot of phases. Okay, great tackle to stop the try, but it's positive for Wales, and they haven't had that in the first 50-odd minutes.
Good hands.
Picks up a high ball and
Tucks it away safely. Hill. Just his second Six Nations start. Davis. And this is Schindler, but that's been lost forward. Wales have had time in England's 22.
Yeah, they have, and that's positive. Obviously, the knock-on is a negative bit of the game, but at least they're getting into these positions, they're carrying the ball, there's definitely an urgency, the speed in which they're recycling the ball is quicker. I think Anscombe coming in at 10, he takes the ball to the line as well, looks far more dangerous in the final closing minutes. Okay, it's a knock-on, but it's positive from Wales.
Yeah, just feel that they're coming round the corner, aren't they, Shane, Wales, and maybe that little bit one out.
Jones coming down the touchline.
The opportunity just to line them up as Eddie Jones comes down to the touchline.
Yeah, he's onto the shop floor.
He'd make a great finisher, wouldn't he?
He's actually giving the front row a little bit of instruction. Harry Williams maybe thinking about making a change, as Wales have already done in that department.
Kerr still with us. And again, cleared by Ford, who's got very good distance. He's kicked well.
Oh, Scott, I know they changed the rules for the scrum this year.
Wales getting ready to make a couple of changes.
Haven't they got to put it in straight now?
The Dragons hooker is with us, and the familiar figure of Justin Tippett.
Because I've seen a fair few scrums where, not just England, not just England, but in other games as well, where, you know, they've put it in and it's kind of diagonal.
Harry Williams.
Elliot Diesel, no way! The old mucker, the old lad.
He thinks Wales are fitter. He thinks that they will come
on,
in the final minutes of the match. We will see. It's been all Wales for the last 5 minutes or so.
Well, there's definitely an urgency. Quality of ball has been a lot better as well the last 5 minutes. You know, as Josh Adams getting involved. You haven't seen much of him this game.
Yeah, and Anscombe's really starting to control proceedings at first receiver as well, isn't he? So as I say that, he just drops the ball and knocks it on.
Oh, should be quiet, Lawrence.
Underhill finding a toe, Jay. Farrell launches it high. This is a test for Adams. He's not the tallest in the box, but
go on, North.
The assuring figure of George North there to curve it away for Wales. England have made a change of scrum half, you may well have noticed. Richard Wigglesworth, a test player once more, and Wales again, well, they've given up the best part of 50-60 metres, and England will have an attacking scrum midway between the 10-metre line and the 22.
Well, it's a wonderful tackle, I think, from the replacements, a combination of Harry Williams coming on with the chop tackle, and then Wigglesworth straight in over the ball. Look at that, it's Williams there. Nothing wrong with that. He puts his arms out to make the tackle.
Teammate on teammate. Harry Williams chopping underneath Thomas Francis, and the first man there was Richard Wigglesworth.
Wales are just knocking on our door.
34 now.
Whenever we're in the half, we are knocking on our door.
Not played for England since the last World Cup.
Unfortunately, England have put a doorstop under it.
He's on.
It's kind of hard to knock our door open if it's a doorstop under it. Not just that, they've locked the door as well. They've locked the door and they put the key on the other side of the door. How are we supposed to unlock it?
Thought that change was coming, Shane. He's got through a ton of work. Davis, he looks like he was out on his legs, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's got to work hard around that ruck in the breakdown area. Had some sloppy ball pass to him. Alan Davis, obviously, with 14 minutes to go, we'll want to pick up the tempo a little bit. Give Anscombe some nice little tidy passes, give him time on the ball and hopefully create.
Just because it's pre-engaged,
it's the right time to bring him on.
It's not Saban. So no, yeah, I don't want pre-engaged.
Pre-engage the business of the two front rows grappling.
Go on, Elliot.
Before the referee really wants them to, and it's
go on, Elliot. D. Go on, lad. Do it for Wales.
You'd just like to see them a little bit more stable than they are. They look a little bit loose, and they're allowing Wales to come through the middle and attack the spaces, and sure they'll just want to tighten things up a little bit this scrum. Chris Robshaw, of course, in that number 8 position.
Bradshaw to Wigglesworth, and then Ford looping up, and that's gone loose. Ball bouncing out of Ford's grasp, and
lucky that Bradshaw was there.
Was on it quickly, but playing the advantage here.
Yeah, Parks just gets his hand on it there when they had the run around.
It's funny, isn't it? Wigglesworth just said, well, I can't see out 30 metres back is an advantage. If I kick it away, you're going to say advantage over, so another scrum, please, sir. Not a deliberate one, is it? He's trying to make the tackle there.
No, Parks has wrapped his hands around Wigglesworth there. I think in these conditions, the passes are always going to be slower and a little bit more difficult to catch. That's why that pass seemed to take an age to come from Wigglesworth. He's been run all the way around, and then line speed has created that problem.
In the last 10 minutes, this is going to break down. Whoa, easy now. Almost tipped my tobacco over me.
Which will mean a reshuffle.
But in the last 10 minutes, this is going to break down. This is, and I think an open, scrappy game will favour Wales. I think it will.
Once more, has entered the tank for England.
Outstanding launch for his 17 tackles, and of course the offload for the Johnny May try as England put the ball in.
Now play the ball here now.
Front rows have collapsed, but Garce's keen for us to get on with things, and Farrell taking out Joseph.
Oh, Wales. Come on, lads, get over the game line.
Joe Marler still suspended, Matt Mullen, Alice Game Ginger. Farrell now at 10 to Joseph and Teo. Starter against Italy in Rome last weekend, but just coming back from a long injury. Eddie Jones suggesting this week that the second game back is always the toughest, so one of the reasons that Teo is on the bench today, one of the finishers, as Eddie Jones chooses to call him.
He's not a bad finisher to bring on as well when the game opens up and it's 70 minutes in.
Farrell, George. Noel, part of the clear-out crew.
Yeah, England just going through the phases. They've been under pressure. They're up to their 9th phase, just enjoying a little bit of possession, trying to put this Wales defence under some pressure.
Once more, it's Jamie George, another Saracen, Richard Wigglesworth.
As it stands right now, England will get 4 points, Wales won't get any.
Just earning an extra metre or two.
But any kind of point that Wales can get in the closing seconds of this game
an awkward runner, isn't he?
will give us a point.
Bounces off the first defender almost every time.
Underhill's waiting, as is Cruz. Underhill latches on.
But England look
It's been a while since
a little bit dangerous right now.
exerted some attacking pressure of their own. Wales turn to defend, and defend hard as Laws gives it another crack.
And Wigglesworth just organising the forwards is what he does so effectively every single week for his club, making sure England take the right options.
Cruz, Navini with the hit. As noisy as Twickenham has been for a long time. Oh, how hard is Wyn Jones working to disrupt things, however. It wasn't an overly clean ball, but it is still England ball, and Aled Davies coming up quickly. George North is there, this is May. Again, Aled Davies in full-on defensive mode. That ball is lost forward off Thomas Francis, but on we go. Laws waits, but ball never came out. A very useful counter-up from Wales, and they've won it back brilliantly under so much pressure.
Great counter-up there by Thomas Francis. Wales get the ball.
Well done, Wales. Brilliant counter-up.
Still got a long way to go downfield.
Showed a lot of heart there. They were under real pressure, weren't they?
No, back.
Time for everybody to draw breath after a
North
frantic
goes
few
up.
minutes. Brown did well to keep that ball in play. No. Elliott with the tackle.
Hey,
Farrell.
go on, Elliot. Get stuck in there, lad.
Noel once more.
That's what you get from Jack Noel, isn't it? Working hard, coming off his wing, giving that extra support line just to buy a bit of time for his team.
Surprisingly, poor Mako Bonapola beginning to blow a bit. He's heading towards the 80th minute mark here, and he's still on there. Navidi was in there. Farrell. Tesfa Anscombe, who was well positioned and takes it confidently. Mike Brown doing what he can to shove it over the line, and touching the line will do.
It's been outstanding, Mike Brown. Whenever he can win the ball in the air, he's timed his tackle to perfection. Anscombe's pleading with the assistant referee, but wonderful kick from Owen Farrell. Not deep enough, so Anscombe has to field it. And look at that, Mike Brown knows exactly what he's doing, using the touch line as the extra tackler. Just touches the line.
Yeah, he knows he can't compete for the ball. Lets Anscombe catch it. Ushers him 5 yards into the touchline and has a little word in his ear as well, over Mike Brown fashion. And there wasn't much Anscombe could do. He took the ball very well, just under massive pressure.
News of another Wales change. Bradley Davis is with us, taking the place of Corey Hill in the second row. Returned home from the English Premiership this season, Bradley Davis. Partly so his daughter could go to a Welsh language school. That was important to them. And Bradley Davis, an Osprey now, and still very much part of this Wales effort at Twickenham. By the way, highlights from all 3 games on this second weekend of the NatWest Six Nations with us tomorrow night on ITV. And the next round is in a fortnight, week's break next weekend. We will be in Dublin for Ireland against Wales. Will Wales go there, hunting a triple crown? The next 6-7 minutes will tell us.
Wonderful take from George Cruz, really got high in the air. England not doing anything too expansive, wanted to get the drive going. Jamie George just got the ball in the chair there.
Wigglesworth, Teo, straightening things up, taking 2 Wales defenders with him. Again, it's Jamie George and the threat he offers mobility-wise. Mako Bonapola. Saracen to Saracen to Saracen at the moment. Now a Bath player. And Northampton's Courtney Laws. Wales trying to protect the 22-metre line like it's the try line, and again they've stolen it back.
Go on, Wales.
And it might open up here. George North remains the big threat on that right-hand side. Here he goes.
Go on, North! Go on, North!
Oh, and they've taken it up to the 10-metre line. England a man down, Maro Itoje limping his way back.
Go on, lad! Go on, lad! Up to the 22, come on, Wales!
Counter-attack from Wales. Playing now with the advantage. Alan Davis, clipped through by Hadley Parks, and the chance for Stephen Evans, just a little bit too much.
What a passage
on,
of play.
lads.
Unbelievable.
Come on!
Way back in Wales's half. Look at this, the strength of Alan Wynne, just to hold him up. It's Courtney Laws he's holding up, by the way, and then Justin Tibrick. 2 of the most experienced players launching the counter-attack, and Anscombe, who's been outstanding in this second half.
Yeah, Wales, it's just the difference of getting that front foot, getting over the gain line. They look so much more dangerous. England haven't allowed them to do it all game. Anscombe's had, a great second half. He played a 10. He's taken the ball to the line, and he's had some line breaks.
And really interestingly, Shane, Wales going for the penalty that would pull them within a converted try of snatching the match.
Yeah, well, they've got the momentum, and they've got their backs up. There's 4 minutes to go after this kick, and it brings them within the try. So they've got to go.
Smart decision.
There's nothing to lose in this last 5 minutes now. They continue playing. They've got the momentum. They're playing the better rugby the last couple of minutes.
Right, Anscombe, let's see where you are, Boot then. Nice.
And Gareth Anscombe with the kick to make sure that we will have the Grand Slam finish. England, for all their huff and puff and all their possession, have not put Wales away. And Wales are still there.
It's all about field position now, isn't it? England are just taking their time on this kick-off. They want to put this nice and deep down into the Welsh 22, and they want to make sure that Wales stay there for as long as possible as England ring the changes again.
Yeah, despite the England dominance, when you're all over, you're playing a team and you've got all the territory, all the possession, and you don't get any points with it, sometimes it takes its toll. Psychologically, you're thinking, we've had all this pressure, we haven't had any points.
Farrell with the long restart, gathered in initially by Evans, and Wales once more will build from their own 22, but they've been happy doing that. Tippery, who's stripped, set up the position for that penalty. Anscombe, who kicked it. Alan Wynne-Jones hit back and hit back hard. England have brought on Alec Hepburn for Mako Vunipola, who had nothing left to give, but look at this.
Go on, Wales! Go on!
And here's Shingler. Evans outside him.
Evans trying to cut back in, okay.
Anscombe. D providing the link. And still full of running, Josh Nabidi.
Go on, Wales.
And again,
go on.
Alan Wynne-Jones. Parks. Schindler. They decided to hold on to it. I think Josh Adams was perhaps marginally in front of him. Here's Parks. He's tackled by Alec Hepburn. Just beginning to make his way into this championship.
Come on, Wales.
Wales going through the phases, up to 11 now.
Leave it! Leave it! Now inside!
2 minutes to go. North. Theo read that, held on to him.
Yeah, where's this urgency been the first 70 minutes? England's defence as well, it's still very good, looking a little bit disjointed at times, a little bit tired. The Wales going through the phases.
It's about keeping your shape and structure defensively now, not diving in and giving silly penalties away.
Well, we have talked about fitness all week, and now we have the ultimate test as we bear down on the final minute.
Come on now, boys. Come on, 1 minute left.
Wales still working on delivering the spectacular finish. Park still going. Theo.
Come on, lads.
Has to be aware of the high tackle, but Jerome Garces happy. Navidi again. Showed to give it to Wynne-Jones, but Wales at the moment are being kept down in their own 22, and we're into the final minute. Well, that's got loose. Anscombe needed to be sharp. He's been influential since he moved to the fly-half position.
Yeah, and he done very well there with pressure, with the torture coming in there.
Oh, that looked again high from Theo. It was.
The Wales have the penalty now, so they've got a free goal.
Trying to play advantage.
This is where they look dangerous, when it's disjointed, when it's open play.
Yeah, referees trying to play advantage. Will go back for the penalty, so Wales will have one chance if they don't do it on this attack now.
Clipped through by Scott Williams. Back we come for the penalty. And they will try and drill this as deep into English territory as possible.
Who takes this kick, Shane? Who can get as much distance on this ball as possible? He starts on the ball, but
that's a very high tackle.
Isn't it? When it goes up towards the neck.
The clock's just kicked over the red.
Tackle against Ben Theo.
It's a horrible angle, isn't it, when you're trying to get some distance.
George, you put the white on the line. White on the line.
Have we worked out a man of the match, by the way? Amidst all this, you two have got to pick out a star man. There have been so many.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of Welshmen started to come in the frame. Anscombe's had a cracking second half, but
well, unless Wales at a score, we feel that the man of the match is Mike Brown, but Wales have still got one more opportunity to make it.
Big line out.
One of their players.
Won by Alan Wynne-Jones. England scrapping for all their worth. Likewise Wales. Still they're going to have to work hard from their own back garden to get anything out of this. Navidi will keep going. England trying to hold him off the floor. Hepburn's done it, and England have it.
Oh,
Ball was lost
come
forward,
on.
and the roar will tell you. Wigglesworth to Farrell into the West End. It's England's win. But my goodness, how hard Wales pushed them. But by half a dozen points. England make it 2 from 2 at the start of this Six Nations, and in the end it was Johnny May's 2 tries right at the start that proved to be the difference. England beat Wales at Twickenham by 12 points to 6. Well, England.
Right.
A touch of class. ITV's coverage of the Six Nations, sponsored by the McDonald's Signature Collection.
Everybody's being much more selective because there's not many spaces left.
Right. Well, what to make out of that game? Well, even with the disallowed try, we would have been on 10 points altogether. So the disallowed try wouldn't have given us the lead or anything, but it would have definitely changed the game on how we would have approached the second half. Now, no lie, it was a close game, very close game. I mean, first half, first 20 minutes now, England dominated. I managed to get 2 quick tries out of it, but unable to get the full 14 points. Second half, though, England dominated the first 10 minutes, and then Wales pretty much took over the rest of the game. I say pretty much because there were periods of English offensive attacking. It's an unfortunate result. It really is. I mean, I wouldn't say one team played immensely better than the other, but the only bit of controversy about this game is that try. And I say that honestly. As a rugby fan, that's controversial. I'm not saying it just as a Welsh fan, I'm saying it as a rugby fan. That's a controversial try. I mean, in the halftime discussions between former English internationals, mind, Lawrence and Wilkinson, right? Even they said that's a try. So I do feel that Wales were slightly screwed a bit by the TMO, but his decision counts, unfortunately. And for the second consecutive week, we got a bit of controversy in the Six Nations. And the reason we have that controversy in the first week was because of the Ireland game, where they were well, it was about the head assessment, head injury assessments, the HIM, the HIM. That was the controversy in the first week. This week, though, is definitely going to be about the TMO not awarding a clear-cut try. I mean, everyone says it's a try, but he's gone against it, and so unfortunately we have got to deal with it. But the one good thing that came out of this game, I always knew it was going to be a close one. I thought Wales could pinch it. I always believed that Wales could pinch it. Honestly, the thing that set this game apart was I don't want to say the weather, but it was the handling errors, because both on England and Wales side, the handling errors were crucial, and that could be down to, you know, the weather and the ball being slippery. But you gotta be impressed with the Welsh you know, offensive towards the end. It was a shame. I mean, damp conditions didn't help everyone, but Mike Brown picks up the man of the match, and while he was impressive at the end, you know, it wasn't a phenomenal performance. But I mean, when it comes to the Six Nations Championship right now, you're looking towards people who can give you a Grand Slam, and the only way a Grand Slam will happen is if Ireland beat Wales next week. If Ireland beat Wales next week, a Grand Slam is on, and the Grand Slam is either going to be Ireland's or England's. But I've said it before, right? This was the first real test for England, because Australia didn't show up against them in the autumn, and this was the first real test they've had since last year's Six Nations. And you know what? Those two tries and that, you know what? They thoroughly were fucking good tries. I mean, this is just me speaking as a rugby fan. Obviously, me as a Welshman, I'm thinking, yeah, you know, fluke, you know, that's just a lucky kick. But me as a Welshman, me as a rugby fan, I'm thinking, you absolute geniuses. But you gotta look at the penalties count as well. If Lee Halfpenny was playing, the disallowed try would be a lot more crucial. It would, because Lee Halfpenny's got a hell of a boot on him, and that accuracy to actually, you know, put us close enough to him. I mean, at the end of the first half, England had 5 penalties conceded. You can believe that 3 of those penalties were in, or maybe even 4. 4 of those penalties were in Lee Halfpenny's kicking range. So you gotta believe that that's 12 points right there, because Lee Halfpenny's usually, you know, on point with his kicking. And with the high ball, I mean, you know, Mike Brown didn't have a challenger today because we didn't have Dan Bigger. So you can look at it however you want. I mean, as an England fan, you're happy with the win and that, and you can you know, talk all kinds of crap if you want. But yeah, unfortunately, there was you know, an unfortunate situation. England, if you want to win the Grand Slam, if you want to win your 3rd consecutive RBS Six Nations, you need to stop with these little mistakes. And I'm saying that as a rugby fan. You need to stop giving away penalties. But going in now, right, we got Ireland on 9 points, England on 9 points, and we have Wales on 6 points. So we're still in the championship hunt. We are, because if Ireland or France, because we can't discredit France yet, we can't. I mean, they could turn around and get 5 points against Scotland, or even Scotland, we can't discredit them either. You know, I mean, if England are able to beat, you know, everyone and that, it's going to come down to what happens next week in Ireland. because next week is Wales versus Ireland. Now, if Wales beat Ireland, England are in the driving seat. They are. That's me speaking honestly. If Wales can beat Ireland, England are definitely in the driving seat for this championship. And me as a, you know, I mean, I want Wales to win. I want Wales to win, but going into the Six Nations, I actually predicted that Wales would finish third in the championship, and we're third right now. You know, I didn't expect Wales to win the Six Nations. I thought, right, if Wales can actually beat England, we'd be in prime position for the Grand Slam, because if you can beat England, you can beat Ireland. I mean, that is the thing about it. If you can beat England, you can beat Ireland. That is the thing about it. But obviously, we didn't. We lost. We're going to take the L. But we're going to gain a bonus point for being within 7 points of England. So, you know, we're going to look forward now. We're still in the championship hunt, obviously. And next week is the big game. If we are able to get a victory against Ireland, that brings us, you know, still in contention, but we're going to be level with Ireland, while England could be, you know, an extra couple of points ahead, which isn't going to be good. I mean, you think about it, England could minimum be 4 points ahead, or even 5 points ahead, and that could make a huge difference. But yeah, you know, it was kind of a slow game, slow burner, and I started heating up in the last 10 minutes. A little bit like the Ireland-France game. But yeah, to be honest, so I said before the Six Nations start, I would have expected Wales to finish either 3rd or 4th. And the prediction I had was based on the amount of injuries we had. But they came out swinging against Scotland, and I thought, hang on, I mean, you know, if they play like that against England, they could actually pull off a sneaky little win against them. And, you know, towards the end of that, you know, you gotta say, there were mistakes on both sides and little fumbles here and there. England were crucially giving away penalties that, if Lee Halfpenny was on the pitch, there would have been points on the board. So England, I mean, while you did get the win, and there were 2 beautiful tries, I'm not gonna lie, you should be thankful that we didn't have a clinical finisher with the kicks on it, because a Lee Halfpenny or a Dan Bigger would have kicked them over all day. So remember that, remember it. But yeah, looking forward now to seeing what the Six Nations got to offer, because if Ireland beat Wales next week, we are heading to an absolute climax for the last week, when it's not Wales, when it's Ireland versus England. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. So that has been my reaction to the Wales versus England game. I'm disappointed, obviously, but I'm excited to see what else occurs in the Six Nations. Hopefully we can see some upsets. So thank you guys for joining me. I shall catch you next week for the Six Nations Lego.